I'm sure you've heard it before that it is expensive to live here in Southern California. I know I'm not the first to say that, but I get asked all of the time when buyers call in and inquire about living in Temecula. They are asking about the cost of living. What does it actually cost? I can get them the home prices real easy and they can find those on Zillow on their own, but they want to know, what does it actually cost to live in Temecula, California? Today's video, we're gonna break down all of those expenses so you know exactly what it's like living here in the Temecula Valley. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the Valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Thanks for tuning in. Let's dive in. So first up, let's talk about some of the common utilities. That's going to be one big expense that you're going to take on when you are living here. And so our section of California is not like other parts of the country. You actually don't get to shop your utility companies. You are zoned and assigned your utility companies for gas, electric, water, trash, everything. The only thing you actually get to choose is going to be your internet service provider and TV provider. So outside of that, you're assigned to that. So maybe you're from one of those areas where you get to shop around and kind of look for the best rates. That's just not possible here. So we're going to share with you exactly what those rates are for the utility companies here locally. So let's start off talking about electricity. This is going to be one of your bigger utility bills every single month living out here. And so for the average family of four, the average household size, you're going to be looking at an average electric bill of right around $350 per month. Now it's going to fluctuate. So obviously in the winter time, you're going to have a little bit less of that because we have gas heaters here. And then in the summer, when you're really cranking the AC, you're going to see that a little bit higher, and you could be touching $500 or more per month in the summer, but it's going to stick right around that average of $350. Now you may be saying that's absolutely crazy depending on where you're coming from, other parts of the country. And one way that you can supplement that, which is actually a really big thing here in Southern California and specifically the Temecula Valley, is supplementing that with solar panels. So you can actually bring in solar panels and that can help reduce that electricity bill for you on a monthly basis. And with solar panels, you've got the option to buy, to lease, or do a power purchase agreement. And we have a video actually coming out very soon that's going to break down all of those and what they mean and what the best options for you when you're buying a house here in the Temecula Valley as far as solar goes. But you can buy those systems or lease them, and your monthly payment is going to be, mid $100 range, so maybe $150, somewhere around that range, depending on the size of panels you put up there. But that's going to help supplement that electric bill for you and cut it down for you. Many times solar companies out here can actually size the solar system to cover your entire electric bill, and they can essentially like chop that bill like almost in half for you. So you could be paying, maybe $200 a month instead of $350. So it's a great supplement there for you, but should help you budget out those electricity numbers going forward. Next up, we're going to talk about water utilities. So as we said, you can't shop utilities here in the area. You actually are assigned specific utility companies. And oddly enough, we have three and actually a fourth water company here in the area. So it kind of varies neighborhood by neighborhood. I don't know how they work the pipes all underneath each other because they kind of overlap in certain places, but you're going to get assigned to one of those water companies, and your bill kind of depends on which water company you get. There are some that are a little bit more expensive than others. So when it comes to that water bill, you can expect usually the average size home to be about $120 to $200 per month. And again, some may be slightly more than that, just depending on the utility company that you are assigned to. They all have their own different rates. Again, you can't shop them, so budget that out when you're considering the water bill. And so a couple other miscellaneous utilities that you're going to want to factor in are going to be your natural gas, which is going to power your heater, your water heater in a lot of areas, some of your cooking appliances. You're going to budget somewhere around $40 per month for that. Much higher in the winter when you're running the heater and or fireplace, and then probably lower than that usually in the summer. Now you also want to factor in your trash. That's usually about $25 a month or $75 a quarter, depending on which trash company you get there as well. And lastly, you want to talk about your internet and TV service providers. Internet here in the area, you can expect right around $80 per month, depending on which provider you go for. Now let's move on to getting outside the utilities and moving into some of the daily or weekly expenses that you might have. First, let's talk about groceries. And as of the recording of this video, we've seen massive inflation in this category, and we don't really expect these prices to go back down anytime soon. Now, for your weekly grocery bill, you can expect that to be somewhere between $250 to $350 per week. Now, if you're clipping coupons and all of that, obviously you can make that much, much cheaper, and it depends on where you shop. But on average here in the area, about $250 to $350 per week. So you're gonna be about $1,000 to about $1,400 per month. Again, you can save in certain areas, depends on what you shop on, but if you're shopping at most of the regular grocery stores, we've got Albertsons, Vons, Stater Brothers, all of that, it's gonna be your average grocery bill. Now let's move on to talk about gas prices. If you are new to Southern California, this number may shock you because it is clear to the rest of the country that it is much cheaper in most places across the country. But as of right now, keep in mind, this is changing over time, but as of right now, the average cost of a gallon of gas right now is $4.40. And we've seen that number up over $5 at times. And then there are times where it could dip slightly below that $4 mark. So much more expensive likely than wherever you're coming from. So be prepared for that, especially if you're going to be living here in the Temecula Valley and then commuting out to San Diego or LA, Orange County. You could be putting about 100 miles per day on your car. So you'd want to calculate that. And that's actually why we see a lot of people here in the area starting to go towards some of those electric vehicles to try to bring some of that cost down. Now let's talk about average home price. Again, this fluctuates a bunch, so depending on when you're watching this video, but as of today, the average price home in Temecula is $860,000. So budget that if you're going to be looking to make a purchase here in the area. If you're looking to rent or maybe just to explore the area before you make a purchase out here, to give you an idea of rental costs, as of right now, a studio apartment is about $1,800 per month. And then as you push up into the 3, 4, 5 bedroom range, you're gonna be pushing up above $3,600 per month. So kind of helps you set an idea for that. There are a lot of next-gen homes out here as well that people will put up a next-gen suite, which is basically a living room, a kitchen, and a bedroom all built into one. And you could roughly pay about $1,800 a month for that as well. Now let's move on to some expenses that are going to be rolled into your monthly mortgage payment. So obviously you've got your principal and interest that's going to be based off of the home price, but you're also going to need to factor in your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. And those are both two things that you really, really want to pay attention to before moving here to Temecula, California. So first of all, for those property taxes, those can range a ton. If you've watched any video here on our channel, you almost always hear me talk about those property taxes. The base rate always stays the same, right around 1.1% for our area, but we have what are called special assessments that get added into that base rate, and that changes neighborhood by neighborhood, like literally cross the street and there is a different tax rate on that home. And so that's basically it's leftover debt, bonds and things like that that the builders have taken out to help make homes more affordable in our area. You may say like, oh my gosh, affordable, are you kidding, at $860,000? But they actually do it that way so that you're making like longer term payments through property taxes than actually rolled into just your mortgage. So it's keeping homes more affordable, but it funds things like schools and parks and roadways and all of those pieces that help kind of make the community what it is. So property taxes can go anywhere from 1.1%, where there are no additional special assessments, up to 2.3 to 2.4% based off of whatever special assessments are assigned to that property. So what does that mean to you? It could mean several $100s a month in your monthly payment, even for the exact same price home. So you really need a pro like our team to walk you through and tell you exactly what that tax rate is on every single home that you see. And that's something as you're out there searching on Zillow or Realtor.com or any of those sites that you're just not going to know about until an expert actually shares that information with you. So you really want to watch out for that, especially if you're monthly payment conscious. And now when it comes to homeowners insurance, that's one that's been going up here recently in Southern California. So again, keep in mind, depending on when you're watching this video, it may be higher, maybe lower. The hope is here, like years down the road, we may have some additional insurance companies come in and help to lower this cost. But as of right now, the average homeowners insurance for a home here in Temecula is right in between $1,400 to $1,500 per year. And so that's normally chopped up into 12 monthly payments and put into your monthly mortgage payment. So expect that, but there are some areas here in Southern California, in Temecula specifically, that are gonna be in some like higher fire risk areas, and those are gonna come with actually a lot higher insurance. So again, you need an expert that's gonna help you navigate those areas, because certain neighborhoods are gonna be flagged as a high fire risk, and you could be paying $3,000 to $4,000 a month for your homeowner's insurance, which can help, does not help your affordability side of things as far as your buying power. So you want to make sure that you're identifying those specific areas that are, in a less fire risk area, so that you can have a lower monthly payment on that homeowner's insurance. All right, so that is it for our breakdown on the cost of living here in Temecula, California. Yes, I am sure it is cheaper to live somewhere else. Keep those comments to yourself. I totally get it. But if you want the amazing weather that comes with living in Southern California, and a lot of the amenities, being close to the mountains, close to the beach, close to major cities with great food and restaurants and all the things that come along with that, then you're going to be paying those costs. So let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to schedule a Zoom call with us. Someone from my team will assist you to walk you through exactly what things look like as of the day that you are watching this video. So feel free to schedule that Zoom. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's content. Leave a comment below with any questions you have. We monitor that on a daily basis, and we'll get right back to you. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.